tutto tabletati. Hello guys, and welcome to the second lesson. Hope you're ready to start to continue with this beautiful portrait. I'm gonna teaching you how to shading, blending, and how to making realistic shiny lip. So if you're ready, you need graphite pencils, blending stump, mechanical pencils. I'm using Faber-Castell mechanical pencil. For shading I'm using these two brushes. Hope you have brushes as well. Very good shading. Also I'm using ear cotton sometime and this face wipe. Okay. Don't forget about the eraser, Tombow Mono Zero eraser. We will need yesterday I showed you how to doing realistic eyes, woman eyes, and very shiny highlights in the eye. How to draw realistic eyebrow, eyelashes, and now today we keep going with the face shading. So we're taking for the start very light grade of the pencil. I'm gonna take first grade in my set. As you can see, I change my pencils. Again, Staedtler Mars Lumograph. Yeah, and I'm using not 8B, it's too big. The first one is 2H. Okay. Also I can use the darkest grade because it's very dark side here. So I'm taking B grade pencil first. Okay. And we're drawing slowly this line. Hope you like my lesson guys and follow me because today we're going to the next step. I think we can change grade. I try to take 2B grade, so try with 2B grade, but also don't press with the pencil. Very tiny on a paper. Hope you guys have my outlines so we can keep going with this. And please, when you have time, take a picture and post on group. I want to see how is it your project. Okay, now I did this line, and if you have this line, we need to do the same as face, but slowly changing by grade of the pencil. So that's why I'm doing this line first, to make more realistic face. We need to get this skin almost the same with the line. Very slowly changing our grade of the pencil. So now, if you have the line, we're starting to shading from top down on the bottom. But to make more easy job, I'm gonna show you how to do it. We're turning the paper because we have to shading here, and if you're shading like this, you may put more graphite outside, and we don't looking for this. So we're changing the paper, we cover, and we have this perfect area for shading now. Okay, we're gonna shade all this with very light grade. In my set I have 2H grade. take the lowest, the lightest grade, and we're shading all this area. Just follow my steps and you will see what I'm shading, okay? Very light by small circles. We're not rushing because we're looking to cover all paper. When we're shading with the face wipe, ear cotton, brushes, whatever you're shading, so you can shade very, very well. Also remember for the highlights on the face as well. Also, when you start to shading, always we start to shading on the line, and slowly we're coming inside with a grade, and you will see perfect shading and realistic face as I did on the front here and the other side as well. But don't worry, we will change the grade slowly, and the face will changing in a few minutes. Now I change the tip of shading. It's not circles like here on the eye. I can do longer lines, faster shading because it's about the face. So I can keep with pencil longer. So please guys, take a picture and post. Don't be ashamed because we need to see how is your work, how is your evolution of draw. We stop here for a while, so we're shading just this area. As you can see, I have Xerox paper, normal paper for any shop. There's a lot of people. Slowly we're shading till we go to the eye. Okay. Just play the pencil on the paper and you will make the very nice effect of shading. Okay, if you shade all this area, I'm gonna use face wipe for fast work. I can use this brush as well, the bigger brush, yeah, but I need to do very light and will take me so long. So I'm taking this face wipe, I'm split one time, another time, and I make like this triangle. Okay, and now starting on the line, bring the graphite inside of face. And now you see why I turn the paper upside down, to looking to don't put graphite outside and working very gently. And now circles, bring the graphite on all paper. Okay, for me it was very fast with this face wipe, or also you can use very easy tissue, toilet paper for this type of shading. And I can make a demonstration. I have here tissue. So for the next shading I will use this tissue. So you can see if you don't have this face wipe, you can use very easy tissue. Now we're changing the grade. Okay, we did the first grade of the face and now I'm changing the grade. I'm doing higher. So I will change with HB pencil. Okay, and also I'm starting on the line to put graphite inside, but now I'm doing almost half of the face. I'm not going to the end. Okay, so slowly we're doing like a gradient on the face. You will see. Very light near to the eye. As you see here, grade of the pencil changing and the face will be different. So that's the tips to make realistic portraits. That's the tips to make realistic shading by changing the grade of the pencils. As you can see, I'm keeping the pencil on the line so I can fill all empty areas. And after that I'm going slowly inside, combine it with half of face, and after that we're shading and you will see how the grades will be combined on a paper. Like this you make good effect on your art drawing. Okay, as you see, I did already half of the face. Don't forget to sharpen very well pencils. Mine is not very good sharp, so that's why I'm doing this extra graphite on the line, but it's no problem. Anyway, I'm gonna shade more. If you're using these tips of shading, keep the pencil very sharp and you will see very nice work. Okay, now I'm going for demonstrating. I have this tissue, so I'm split like this one more time. Okay, and one more time, and I have this triangle here. So I'm starting to shading on this area. Always start to shading on the line to mix graphite with the other one. Okay, and if you have the line, combine all graphite inside on the face. So you will see how they can be combined. Very easy with tissue, and I think everyone have tissue. But as I told you before, guys, it's very important what kind of paper you use. I'm using Strathmore Bristol paper for my project, but this time I'm using normal Xerox paper, so I can show you as the same paper as you have. And now I mix already with tissue, so it's the same with face wipe, but I prefer this one because it's very soft. And now again we're changing the grade. From HB I'm going up, and I'm going higher on 2B grade. Okay, change the pencil with 2B grade, and again we're starting on the line. Okay, and now if you did the second shade, if you did half of the face, now we're doing half of the second grade. Okay, remember, always we're doing shading half on the every grade. That will be amazing gradient on the face. Now we're going closer to the picture, and by changing our grades of the pencil, we're not broken the paper, because I've seen a lot of works on internet, very strong press with the pencil, and the portrait wasn't very look like. Now I'm gonna shade just half of what I shaded before. Okay, I'm going half of my second shading. And now I'm using again face wipe. And I'm start from the line inside, okay? Now what we're doing now is calling mixing grade on the paper and build realistic skin. A lot of people calling this three-dimensional art draw. So I have already. So I'm going closer to this, yeah? I'm looking to going closer with this area. So I'm looking now to changing the grade again. And from 2B, I'm going higher. Because it's very dark to the end, I'm going 6B grade. Hope you have this grade. And also on the line, I'm shading just half on the third shading. Hope you understand what I'm telling. And if you don't get this video, check the video later, because I will post on more groups so you can learn if you're missing. As you see, I'm going closer now to make more realistic face, because it's about the effect on the paper. But as I told you guys, it's very important what paper you use. So I'm using Bristol Strathmore paper, and this Canson paper, and more other papers. Try to buy better paper and you will see different artworks made. Okay, now I'm gonna use again this face wipe. And always I start to shading on the line. And after that I'm looking to combine the grades. And now much better and better and better. And the last thing what I'm doing, I'm taking mechanical pencil. I have Faber-Castell mechanical pencil, 0.5 grip, very sharp. So I'm doing on the line, I'm doing all face almost, shading very light. As you see now, I'm mixing all grays, and when I will shading, will be very, very good. Okay guys, and now I'm looking for more effect on the face, and the secret is shading. So the first shading will be with my lovely brush for details. Okay, and I'm doing the line with the brush, and after that I'm gonna use face wipe. So if you have a brush, or you can use ear cotton on this area, very good tips for shading. Very smooth will be on your paper. Okay, and now with this face wipe, I'm trying to look into mixing grade with all face, but very, very light and slowly, because I'm looking for gradient on the face. Okay, if you have this line same as me, just do more graphite. It's no problem. Okay, sometimes maybe the paper is a problem because it's not very nice paper, not smooth paper, it's not the big GCM inside. And now we try to mixing the grade again so we can get a realistic face. As you can see, the smoothing on the paper is not the same as mine, Bristol Strathmore paper, and I'm gonna changing. Now as you can see, the realistic face shade and my technical shading, okay? So now we're moving to the next step. If you have this, we're going to the other side of the face, the second cheek. And as you start before with the lightest grade, I have 2H. We're shading very light on this area, okay? Okay, if you have this shading, again we're taking face wipe or tissue and we're shading all this area. Okay, on the line we're starting to bring the graphite inside. Okay, first shading is done. Now we need to change a little bit the graphite, but very important to know where to changing. So I'm gonna change from 2H to HB. And I'm doing very light shading on the line. Okay, and now we're doing a little bit shading exactly on the cheek, so will be this area. Okay. And I'm bringing a little bit on the top of the mouth. Okay, and we're shading again. I'm using face wipe, as you know. Very good and smooth shading. And I'm starting on the line. To bring the graphite inside. Okay. Now we need to build a shadow, so we're changing the grade again. And we're going on 2B pencil. Okay. And we start to building the shadow. We need here. Okay. We need down a little bit. Bottom of the eye. Okay. We need again to put some shadow on the tip. And we're shading from the middle. Slowly to going outside. As you see here, I'm growing the circle. To give the face a realistic shadowing. Okay, now we're looking for the nose. And first we need to build this line. Okay. That's it. And we're shading outside because we need to looking for shadow. And I'm gonna explain you the shadow will be like this. A little bit on top of the nose and like I'm gonna put a line where it will be. Okay, we were shading all this area, but careful, very light, because as you remember I changed the grade, so 2B is quite dark grade if you're pressing with. Okay, and now we put a little bit of shadow here. So now for the cheek we're using tissue or face wipe, but only for the cheek, from the middle to outside slowly, till you find to combine all grades on the paper. Okay, I did a little bit blushy. And now I'm looking to shading this, but I'm gonna use different supplier. So I'm taking my big brush. This is not for details, you remember, if it's details I'm doing for details. But I'm helping to shading this, is very smooth on the paper, by small circles to build a shadow. Okay, we have the shadow. So now we need to build, I forgot the shading here as well, so very light on this area. And now we need to build the nose, so I'm gonna teaching you guys how to build a nose, of course by shading. So we're taking again first grade in your set. I have 2H. Okay, and we're building this line. And this line. And now we need to shading this area and of course the proper nose. So, bravo. And now we're shading all nose with the first grade. You remember we need to change the grade on the paper. I'm using brush just when I'm doing details or small parts here, but when I'm shading the face proper, I'm using this face wipe, okay? Just if I need after face wipe, just to make some small correction, I'm using this brush. Sta ok, kitten? Okay, now we're shading all nose. Now we're looking to make the same as face, first grade. And I have to H grade in my set. So I can change a little bit of the gradient on the paper. I have some, I will erase this because I can do with eraser after that. So I'm gonna shade everything. Don't worry, it's the first grade, so you can shade very easy everywhere. Also on top, on the eyebrow. Okay, and now we're shading with tissue or face wipe. Even toilet paper is very soft. Always shading by circles and looking to cover all paper. Okay, perfect. Now we start to build proper nose. So we're taking different grade. Take HB grade and do very light line. Okay, and now with blending stump, we're blending this nose this line of the nose very, very light. Also, with blending stump slowly, we can bring and mix the grade, but it's better if you're doing with tissue, toilet paper, or even brush. Okay, now we need to looking for shadow. We're changing the grade of the pencil, and we're going on 4B pencil. You're welcome, sir. And now I'm gonna shade all this area with 4B. Actually, I'm looking to make a realistic face. So what color I have this grade on the line, I need to bring also inside to make a realistic skin. Okay, and now we're shading a little bit on the bottom of the nose. Okay, and now the front nose. Remember, don't press with this pencil, for grade is very strong grade. And now we need to make the model of the nose. So we're coming with shadowing here. And we're looking to make the nose line. But remember, we're not shading here, we're shading on the left. Because we're looking for the shadowing. And we try to bring this graphite inside with the nose. Okay, now we take, if you have, thank you very much, Zali. We have this brush, and I'm using this brush with very harder and very soft also in the same time. I'm doing for effect and for details. So if you have this using, or if you don't have, use ear cotton. And now for this area I'm gonna change with face wipe. Okay, and now I start to build a nose model. So I need to bring more shadow. I'm going to different grade and I'm changing on 6B. Okay. Oh, there's a more and a lot of tips how to start to build a portrait. But if you want to draw quick, just cover the paper on a picture and copy that picture with outlines. That's it. Or if you want to take measure, you can take a small meter and you will measure nose, eyes, everything. Or you can use this type of measuring as I did before in my portrait. Okay, when I did eyes is the same, both eyes, but always I'm taking the faster way. I'm copying every time the picture and also I'm following the shadowing. Is okay, Kitten? Now we're doing more shadowing here. So remember, I take different grade and I'm not pressing the paper because I don't want to break the paper. This Xerox paper is very, I think it's not very good for drawing. It's not a professional paper, but also is okay for other people's to using. Yes, that's okay. I'm happy with Stadler Mars Lumograph as well as I have here, but I love more this Faber-Castell pencils, Zali, so I recommend you to buy these new pencils, and I'm gonna show you very nice and lovely graphite pencils. Look, okay, I think they're better than Stadler Mars Lumograph. And I'm gonna show you how they look like. Okay, very good graphite, but also I'm happy with Stadler Mars Lumograph, and I have different one. I love them also very much. High quality Tombow monographite pencil. Okay, but now we're drawing with Stadler. So with this 6B we're doing proper shadow. Okay, now we need to shading again, and always I'm using this face wipe because it's very soft. Okay, sir. But when you're shading details, remember, as you draw, you need to shading as well. If you see I put some shading in this area, I'm shading with face wipe in this area, not circles, not nothing, because I want to keep the form on the face, how the shading is. Okay, now we need to bring some more shadowing here to make the skin more realistic, so just a bit on a line. And close to the eye, because always here is more darker area. And we will going in a minute for the line of the eye and shadowing of the bottom eye. Okay, now we need to shading, but I'm not gonna use this face wipe. I'm using my small brush for details. Remember, when I'm doing details, I'm doing these small brushes. Okay, and now I'm looking to get more darker on this area, so very light lines. So after that we can shading. Okay, again I'm using details brush. Perfect. And now guys, we need to clean a little bit here and to bring more highlights. But before this, we need to shading top of the mouth, because will be a little bit graphite on that area. So we're changing the grade again. And take 2B grade. And very, very light and smooth circles from the middle on the mouth going. But if you draw the mouth, just let a little bit white so we can bring so more easy highlight. I'm gonna zoom to see how I'm doing, so you can do the same. And slowly, slowly we're going through the line. Okay, we have this shadowing. So now we're shading the face, but before to do this, we're taking small detail brush and we're doing just like a line. Yes, I'm working with Stadler pencil, very big, very good. As you can see, I'm doing just the line. Okay, and now I'm using this face wipe. I'm gonna change to make clean side. Okay, or you can use ear cotton, very easy to combine the grade on the paper. Perfect. Now we have the shadow. Okay, now we need to change the grade. I have 2B, I change with 4B. Okay, and I start to build this middle line, what every people have. Okay, and just a little bit on this corner, but not that hard, just very light, so we can make some more effect on the paper. Okay, and a little bit on the other corner. And now we're using detailed brush and very light, small circles, because we're looking to mix the grade on the paper. Perfect. Now if you couldn't mix this grade, also you can use ear cotton. I'm using as well because I need to mix more to make more realistic, not like this. So I'm shading again, but very light. To put more realistic shadowing on the paper. Okay, and now we're going on 8B grade. Okay, and we're doing the shadowing of the nose before we're doing this inside. Okay, now we're blending this line very light. Perfect, and now we're doing shadowing very light also. But now we're looking where the shadow is. Small circles to cover all area of the paper. Okay, and now with ear cotton, we're shadowing these circles. Perfect. And now just very light, we're doing the line of the shadow. Okay, and we correct with blending stump. Perfect. And now it's time for eraser. We're taking our eraser and we do details, so I can zoom again to see where I put details. First, we need to put on the nose. Okay, one here. We put on the nose here as well. And some lines here. We clean the paper. Ti mai dare? And now we build the highlights on the nose. Ok. Ma tu dirai vedere anche a lui. Bene. And down on the nose. As I told you, that's why we're shading here, so we can put highlights with eraser. Good. And now in the picture we have some lines on the face. I don't know what they are, but we put them as well. Hope you can do like me. And we clean now. I'm using this very big brush for cleaning, very fluffy and very soft. So in cleaning very nice all areas of the paper. So now we put these highlights on the mouth, as I told you before. But before to do this, I'm gonna go to the next step. So we build a mouth, and we're taking the last grade on the pencil, on the set, 8B in my set. I think, Zali, if you're using Stadler, you have also 8B, the last one. Am I right? And we build always, I'm gonna show you my tips. Maybe you're drawing different. A lot of people drawing like this mouth. No, I'm doing always the middle line. So after that I can shading on all areas. And we're doing the middle line now by small circles. And remember, when we finish, we're going lighter, lighter, and we're doing just lines. Okay, and from the middle again, circles. And we're changing the circles with lines to the end. And we stop here. Cool. Okay, now we have this. If you have this line, we blending with blending stump. I have my blending stump, and also by small circles. And line to the end. So as you can see now, guys, we have the middle line of the mouth, and it's very easy to build all mouth now. So we're looking to doing first lip on top, so we're taking again our 8B grade and we build the middle. Always I build a mouth from the middle, so I can calculate how big to left and how big to right, and slowly by small circles going to the end of the mouth. Okay, we have the line, and now if we have the line, we build from inside all lines from the mouth, so very light with the same grade, guys. Bring to outside. Okay, again from the other side, change the position of the pencils. So that's look like realistic lips. And now we have in the middle a little bit shading dark areas because it's about the lipstick, I think so. And to the other side, but not that much. And we have a little bit very soft line down. And of course we need to get more darker to the end of the lip. And the other side as well. It's no detail, just dark. Okay, and now we're blending very slowly, very light. All lines. So in this way we transform in a realistic lip. And of course the middle line. And we're going with blending stamp, very small circles on the top line. To put more effect and shadow on the mouth. Perfect. And now we're changing the grade a little bit lighter than 8B. So I'm going on 4B. Even I can use 2B grade. So we try with 2B. And we're doing shadowing from inside to outside. Okay, and the top as well. Okay, and now I'm taking my small brush for details. And I'm shading very, very light from inside to outside. Perfect. And now the last thing, we need eraser to put highlights on the lip. So with eraser we just bring from inside the lip to outside, very light. exactly like this. Eu vorbesc cu mine. And now we have built lipstick on the lip. And of course looking more realistic. And now changing the grade again on 8B, the last one, because I need more dark inside. So by circles I'm doing very light. Okay, and now we're blending again this line. I'm always blending by circles so I can cover a little bit from the bottom line, bottom lip. And of course to the end of the mouth. Perfect. We build the second lip now. So first we're doing shadowing. So take 2B pencil. And take 2B gray. Oops. Okay. And we're doing normal shadow for all lip. But as you can see, I put some spots here because we'll be by jelly roll. Very white highlights. So I'm gonna respect this. Hope you have the same as me.
You forgot this.
Okay, now we're shading with small brush for detail. Okay, so actually we're looking to cover the paper. Okay, now we're changing the grade. We need the highest grade, 8B again. Okay, and we build a line. And also we build the bottom line, but very slowly, and we're going by small circles. And slowly we're changing with line. And now we're blending the lines. And also the bottom line. As you can see, guys, the paper is different. It's not like my project, Bristol Strathmore paper. So I'm using that paper for my project because it's better. Very good paper. I recommend my paper. Okay. Now we're changing again the grade. We're going again on 8B grade. And we're shadowing the corner. Also we do some random lines on a lip to make the lip more realistic. I have no this line in a picture, but I like to put more details, as I told you before, when I draw baby portrait. So I'm looking to draw more realistic than a few of my picture chosen. Also, guys, if you want to draw very nice things, I recommend Pinterest. I'm always looking on Pinterest. I'm very happy with all my projects from Pinterest. You can find anywhere there. Also, I found Frodo Baggins for my latest project. And now we need to bring some more shadow in the middle of the mouth by soft lines. Okay, and now we're shading with small brush. I'm using this perfect brush for shading. As you can see, I have two of them. Okay, this helped me a lot for big size of shading, and this one for details as I have in my project. So now very light, exactly how I draw. I cover this with brush. And in the corner of the mouth. Okay, now we need to bring again eraser. I'm using Tombow Mono Zero eraser. I think a lot of people have already. So we're doing some lines. And to make the lip more realistic, we put the lines cross over, and I will show you how. And this one as well is not in a picture. I'm gonna show you in a minute the picture, the real picture, and you will see the difference from my tip of lip. With the real picture. Also guys, before to start this lesson, I show you how I improve my baby eye. Was different than picture. And now for the final, we're taking again the last grade 8B guys, and we're doing the bottom line. And we have also shadow down on the mouth. First we're doing shadow very light, so after that we can bring more darker, just in case we need. Okay, we're going with this shadow slowly to the end of the mouth. Now we're going higher and darker this middle mouth. And just a little bit from this side. Of course I'm using knitted eraser, I have here, also Faber-Castell knitted eraser. And we're shading with detail brush. Okay, we're taking detail brush and we build this shadow. Okay, and now we're shading interior of the lip with small brush as well. Immediate. Okay, and now for the final step, as I did in the eyes, we're using jelly roll to put glossy on the lip. Okay, I'm using this jelly roll for details. I put a lot of time in the eyes and just in case if I need on the lips. And now I really need, so just for the small lines. And you will see the effect on the paper much better after this jelly roll, making the lips more realistic and looking like a glossy on the lip. Also you can use this dot for sweat or wet skin. Mm. Mm. Okay guys, so you see the difference now with the glossy, looking very well. But be careful when you're doing these details, let to dry it. And before to finish the lesson for today, we finish the eye and we keep going next time with the clothes, okay? So we're doing this line from the mouth, very important lines, on the top of the lip. Okay. And guys, also when I finish the lesson, I will start again. I will come back on my project, baby portrait. I just started today this portrait, and I think will be finished maybe to the end of the next week. Also, I'm working, so I don't have all day to draw. I don't have time to draw. So now guys, hope you learn how to drawing realistic woman skin, how to draw realistic woman mouth, nose and eyes as well. Just in case if you want to draw sexy woman or something like that, just use glossy for lip with jelly roll as I doing always. Okay guys, so the last things we're doing bottom of the eye and shadowing for details. So we're changing on 2B grade now. Okay, and we start to build, but be careful to don't put the paper or tissue over to cover with this, because you will broken the lip. So now I'm gonna bring shadow in the eye. So if you want to see how I'm working on my project, I'm come back in a few minutes with another video, and you will see how I'm drawing, draw a realistic baby portrait. I will build very slowly, step by step, so I can make more realistic. And as I told you before, I put maybe more details as in the real picture, because I like to put more details. So now we build the skin bottom of the eye. By shading, guys. Okay, now I'm gonna use, of course, details brush, because if I'm using this, I'm going wrong. So one of the wrong and big mistake of people when they draw is to using tissue for the small areas or big brush for the small areas. You need, guys, small and sharp pencil brush, sorry, for shadowing details. It's very important details how they made, because I think you're looking to make more realistic skin. So my recommendation is using very soft and sharp brush. Okay, I finished with this one, looking amazing. And now with 8B grade again. Oh, sorry, I show you the, okay, I'm build the eyelashes. So I'm doing again from the middle. Oi, oi. To outside in the other way. Okay, and to make more realistic, we're looking to put more. So I'm starting from the middle to make like a triangles. Okay, that's good point to make realistic eyelashes, especially when you draw a woman. And now I can bring another in the middle but shorter. And now I can make this longer. Immediate. And now, because it's like a makeup, we're doing circles from the middle of the lashes and to the end of the eye. And again, I'm using brush for details. Cukup ya mama? Cukup ya. And I'm shading very, very light. Okay, and now I think looking great. And now with different grade of the pencil, for example HB grade, I put some shadowing in the eye to make the eye more realistic. And on the end of the eye as well. Okay, and with blending stump by small circles, becoming inside of the eye with details. And now again we're using 8B pencil for top of the makeup, same circles. And of course to the end of the eye we put some eyelashes. Perfect. And now top the line. We're doing circles from the middle and we're changing with the lines to the end. From the middle, circles, and we're changing to the lines. And we're taking blending stump, same circles, blending, changing with lines. Okay, we have a perfect eye now. We need to go to the second one and I'm gonna finish my lesson. And we'll see next time, maybe it will be next weekend. Again, we're using HB grade. Okay. And we're shading again from down to inside. again the small shadow from the eye. And again, brush for details. Now, as you see, lip is already dried, so I can clean up. And shading from the line to inside till I mix the grades. Okay, and now I'm using a little bit eraser so I can put some dots for more highlights. Also for this area you can use very easy kneaded eraser. Zali just told us about kneaded eraser. It's a very good supplier. And of course we're doing the line with 8B because it's about the makeup. So from the middle to the end, from the middle to the front of the eye. Okay, now with brush details, or you can use very easy blending stump. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you learned something today how to build realistic portraits. I'm gonna zoom now to see my project. Please guys, if you draw with me together today, send picture on group to see how your work is it. And we will see next Saturday and Sunday with new lessons. Bye.